Hello, beautiful people. I just thought I would make a video today. I've been watching a bunch of Caroline Winkler and just getting really inspired. And like, let me just talk. Let me just rant into my phone about like things going on in my life. And so I'm gonna walk my dog and do a little short, maybe 15-minute video. Most of you don't know me. Actually, all of you don't know me because I'm not known. But my name is Noelle, and I live in Nashville. And I've been living here with my husband and our animal BB for 3 years now. And since moving here, I've had an adjustment period. Not mentally, but more so like physically. A lot of changes have happened to my body, adjacent to having lactose intolerance. Well, not even intolerance, just like can't at all. Like, I'm not intolerant. I just can't at all have it. Wait. Dang it. My body has also decided that about a year ago that I couldn't eat anything anymore. Everything I ate. So the first year we did HelloFresh, and that was great. Then I lost my job, and I also wanted to go back to being vegan, which I never did, thankfully. Anyway, there's just the struggle over the last 2 years of being really disappointed that I could not eat anything. So I had convinced myself I was just going to eat a diet of oatmeal every day. Luckily, did not have to do that due to a friend of mine whose boyfriend cured his gut biome with beef broth. So we went to the market, the farmer's market, and we found beef bones, and I made a beef broth, and I did it just like he said. And I don't know if it was the timing of that, and I'm trying not to have placebo. Maybe it was that, not sure. But ever since then, I've also been taking this medicine. It's like a bio hacking. I don't know what it is. I don't even know what's in it, to be honest. I've just something my husband gave me from a coworker, and it's like prebiotics and probiotics. They're like, it's supposed to help with your gut bacteria, and I was like, I'll do anything at this point because it's been so bad for years. And I also had gained so much weight from it. Not that like weight was an issue for me. Like, I didn't mind, but I had went from 145 to 185. So that was quite a drastic difference in the course of a year. So I was also just feeling like never had any energy to do anything. I just, anyway, so on top of all of that gut stuff that I was dealing with, I was also dealing with something that I had it had attacked me once before when I was living in Alabama, but I guess the weather's so like humid there that it quickly went away, and I never really sought medical attention for it. But my scalp had developed this like itchy like fungus on it. I'm not gonna lie, it was gross. And I mean, I still have it, but I'm using medication for it, and so it's gotten a lot better. But I was losing so much hair, and that's the saddest part, because I felt not only did I feel like unclean constantly, even after I would shower and wash my hair, and that would also make it like dry out and become itchy and scratchy as well. But I, on top of that, was losing a monumental amount of hair. I mean, 2 brush loads a day, sometimes 3. When it got really bad, it was like 3 or 4 brush loads, and that was just not okay. And I knew something needed to be done about it, so I went and sought help professionally, because all these tinctures and oils that I was putting in my hair, like rosemary and tea tree, I was literally putting tea tree oil in my hair every night. None of it was working. And come to find out that it was the climate change. Moving to a different climate had actually forced my body to reject certain things, certain foods. So it's crazy. Like, you don't think about these things when you're moving. And it was literally just a couple hours away from my hometown, but still drastic enough of a change that my body started. Sorry, my dog wants to chase all these squirrels today. Anyway, that my body was in some way rejecting its new habitat. Anyway, I feel like I've gotten things really under control. I feel great in my skin now. And I was having these really bad flare-ups. And I call them like salt hangovers, because I just assumed that it had to do with from salt intake. But I don't even eat regular table salt anymore. But there's still so much sodium in other foods, like bread, for instance. So I was having to like look at the back packaging of everything, because I would wake up and I mean, my eyes would be like swollen shut, and I couldn't make a fist. Like, I couldn't do this in the morning ever. Like, my face looks, this is me just waking up, and I feel like I look normal compared to how I used to look. I mean, I still have a lot of rosacea, but I've had that for my whole life, so I don't, I think it's the Irish in my blood, I don't know. Because my mom's side of the family is Utley. They came straight from Ireland. And my dad's is McGee Marshall, which is Scots Irish. So I'm thinking it's just in there to stay. Anyway, so I also had this issue that I had for years of interstitial cystitis, which apparently they say you have from birth and it doesn't go away. And all the good things that they tell you, none of them are good, actually. And they're like, yeah, you're just gonna have to live with this pain, and it's gonna be painful to have intercourse. It's gonna be painful to urinate most of the time. It's gonna be uncomfortable if you want to wear like cute tights or tight jeans. Basically impossible. And I was doing ballet at the time, and I was really struggling because you get all sweaty. And even showering like right after, it was like wearing the tights every day. And I was like, how do girls deal with this? So I started getting like baggy like sweatpants so they wouldn't like hug. And it did get better after that. So like tight clothing really like infuriates you if you have IC. Well, those girlies out there that have that, I'm telling you what helped me. And I drink a pot a day because I'm like, I'm not going without this, because I was doing the pee pills, the azo pee pills. And what I had found is that doing them chronically for about 5 years straight, because I had went to every doctor in my town and they had given me no hope or no pills, that I was like, this is just something I'm gonna have to live with. So I came up with 2 solutions. My first solution was chlorophyll. And I did this because I was trying to be natural, and it was all over TikTok. Like, chlorophyll is like a natural deodorant or whatever. And so I took it for that. And somehow it ended up, I found out that every time I took it, I didn't have any problem using the bathroom. And so I was buying gallons of it. Like, I was drinking this every day, and every glass of water. And then it stopped working as much, but I was taking it every day for like 2 years, 3 years. And then I kind of started, I'm married to a Russian now, so we don't drink coffee, we drink tea every day. And we found this one tea at a local Russian market, and it's just Earl Grey black tea. Sorry, I can't speak today. And we used to buy it in like, well, we still do. I need to go buy another one, but we'll buy it in these huge boxes of like 60 bags. And I started drinking that every morning. And I mean, I'll make like a whole pot for myself and I'll drink the whole thing. Because honestly, one pot is like equivalent to 1 cup of modern coffee. Okay, come on. And anyway, so I started drinking that, and it immediately just started making me feel so much better in my skin and my body. And literally no help to the doctors, no help to anyone that I've seen, which this year I really broke down, and I was getting ultrasounds and I was having my uterus looked at. I was like, there's something wrong with me. And they're like, we're telling you there's nothing wrong. And I was like, but I'm telling you, I've been living in pain, massive pain, like pain to the point of like, I couldn't go to work. Okay. It was getting so bad that I had 2 days last year or this year that I called out because, well, I went in and they're like, you're too sick to work. Like, you need to go home because of this problem. Like, if I drank coffee the day before, or if I had, intercourse with my husband, like, it was getting to the point of like, we just couldn't have intercourse anymore. And that's not a healthy foundation for a good marriage. Okay. So anyway, Anubis, fucking walk, dude. Excuse me. This car was trying to back up and he was literally just standing there, like, would not walk with me. Okay. Anyway, lost my train of thought. I'll clip all that out if I can figure out how to do that. I'm just so bad with technology, but hopefully, or either that or bleep it out. I don't mind cussing. I cuss daily. I don't think cussing is wrong. I don't feel bad for cussing. I don't feel bad for people hearing me cuss because that's just how I roll. And I think that cussing is actually very healthy and beneficial to your body. Look into it. It actually helps with the development of your brain and getting you out of the system. But that's a video for a different day. Cussing is good. Just know, cussing is good for you. Like, when you just feel that pent-up emotion, like, there's nothing that will help like a good bien suka. You know what I'm saying? It just feels great. Even in my own tongue. Like nothing like a good fuck. Love a good fuck. So yeah. That was really getting in the way of living my best life, and I found a herbal remedy, not even trying, and it was just drinking Earl Grey black tea. It's called Azad, I think. Assad. I'll probably link all of these things for the girlies below because I don't know if anyone has these issues. I don't know if I'm the fucking outlier, but it seems like most of the time I am the outlier. And I was like, no, okay, so no one has these problems. No one literally dies every time they have their period. And I don't have endometriosis. As far as I know, I've been to a couple gynecologists and they've never told me I've had it. And I was like, then what is this excruciating, deathly pain that keeps me up? Still haven't got to the bottom of that, but at this point, I'm no longer seeking medical attention for these issues. Since everything that I've found on my own, I'll probably just stick to doing things my way. And I would like to have a son that's very obedient, but unfortunately today is one of the days where he's just not, he's giving me a little toot. Not super bad, but a little tooty toot. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna log off now because our walk is over and I need to figure out which wear. Today's a very busy day at work. But I do hope you have a great rest of your day. I will link everything in the description below. Have a glorious day. Peace.